Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is my review of what I'm going to call some filler episodes, okay, of Housewives of Atlanta and also Married to Medicine. So I feel like this is not going to be a long review because I'm going to probably fuss them out for a little bit and then go to bed, okay? Because I was like, what are y'all doing? What do y'all have us watching? What was y'all up in the mountains for? What was y'all doing at this house? I am confused and conflicted about these two shows and at least the last episodes that we saw. Okay, but y'all know a couple of things to do because first things first, make sure that you have subscribed to my channel to become a whole JayBirds, and Don. Okay, do not forget to also follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and also on Twitter. And y'all know to like the video, to comment in the comment section because this is a conversation between me and y'all. Okay, so y'all around here, you're supposed to talk to me to have a conversation. Okay, and y'all know to also share the video to your social media by hitting what? The share button. Okay, but let's get into what we came here to get into. Hey y'all, how y'all doing today on this great Monday? I am tired. I don't know why I'm tired, but I'm like, I want a nap. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna cancel the live. I'm gonna come around here and chit chat with my JayBirds and everything. But I promise y'all, I felt like Housewives of Atlanta and Meg Lesson tricked us. It was hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, and all of the above. I was like, what are we doing here? Why are we here? Okay. But thank y'all for being around here. So thank y'all to the live watchers and also to those who will be watching the read of the play. Okay, hey, to everyone. I'm still trying to figure out what live I'm going to do tomorrow. Because I don't know yet, okay? Thank you. My colors are pretty. Thank you. Okay? But hey, to everyone sitting around here. My live tomorrow at 9 p.m. will either be chit chat about the after show of what everybody said because Candy and Kenya and all of them was around there on the after show talking about these episodes. I'm like, do I want to discuss that? I don't know. I may not be live at all tomorrow. I don't know because I don't have nothing to talk about. Ain't no shows on. I'll do my gossip chat on Wednesday. You know what? Tomorrow I may sit out and then watch Married at First Sight because I have to watch like 4 episodes of that. So I may not come live tomorrow. Watch Married at First Sight and then come to y'all with a live review on Wednesday and then do my gossip chat on Thursday because y'all know all the shows are back on Friday. All of them. Life After Lockup, Bell Collective, Ready to Love, and then Saturday, y'all know we have the Love Emergency Huntsville part 2. It's just so much coming on from Friday evening. I'm tired already, but it's fine. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't know yet. Okay, but we're here for these people. Okay, we're here for these wives of houses and wives of doctors and doctors themselves to say what happened. Okay, but let's get into. I can go to bed early. We're gonna start with Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like, first of all, the new looks. Okay, we got Kenya's new confessional look. We have Monyetta, who's her first confessional look, and then we have Marlo. I don't know why Marlo outfit looked familiar. I'm like, did she do that before? It's really giving me, you know what I'm saying, I want to be Janelle Monáe, you know what I'm saying, with the black and white of it all. So it's Janelle Monáe inspired to me, okay, or maybe Coco Chanel, I don't know. But I feel like she's a waitress at a fancy restaurant and she can't, be barehanded. So she got them gloves and them hose in. Okay. Her makeup is cute. It's real thick, but it's cute. But again, it just gives. I feel like she's a waitress. It's the ground. Anyway, I like Monyetta's look. Okay, she came ready to. I like Monyetta. Monyetta hasn't given us much, but she also hasn't done too much, unlike Fatoon, we'll get into later, okay? But I like her aura so far. Okay, she's not giving pick me vibes like Sanya, who we'll also get into later on, okay? But I like her, the goldness of it all, the hair of it all, the makeup of it all. Like her makeup to me, like she has makeup on, but Marlo looked like she has too much makeup on. I wish she took off one layer of foundation, you know, just one layer of foundation. Because Mangetta's makeup to me looks more like a beat, but a natural beat, and then Marlo makeup looked like, girl, it's just it's a little bit too much. Because Marlo is pretty without makeup. So I don't know why sometimes she puts so much on. You don't need to be a drag queen. You really don't. Not at the all, okay? And then Kenya. I don't like Kenya's dress. I don't like the neck thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if it was just, if the neck thing was gone, I would like it. Something about the neck thing I don't like. Okay, the color was beautiful on her skin though. You know what I'm saying? Hair, you know, great. Okay, combs. It's, you know, straightens. Okay, and it's not a bad look. Okay, it's not a bad look at all. Marlo's giving Janelle. She's an auntie. She's an auntie. She's an auntie. Marlo, Marlo hit a new low, and her sidekicks naked. You know, look, okay. Mariana need to step it up. You know, I feel like she don't have to yet. I think the way to come in these things is you don't want to come in too overbearing, to be too extra. 'Cause when you do, we get people like Fatoon. But I feel like because we only halfway through the season, I heard that Monietta turns up a little later. So I can't wait to see that. Okay. But we know this whole episode was mainly about them up there at the damn house, the little mansion. And I feel like this, everything that happened was this. Okay. We did not need, this was a filler episode. I really feel like it was a filler episode because, in my opinion, not much happened. Okay. It's now day 2 on the damn trip of these mountains or whatever. And Kenya did stay at her own house. Okay. Marlo feeling like Kenya should not stay at the house means she should not be able to participate in the activities. I'm looking like, I feel aggravated that Kenya and Marlo are always at odds, but I promise y'all, I blame Marlo more than Kenya. They are both at each other's throats. I get that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that Kenya is innocent at all. What I'm saying is, Marlo, why do you care where she sleeps? If you want the folk to be there, why do you care where they sleep? If she gonna be in the house, why does it matter if she don't sleep there? It's like they both, Kenya and Marlo, was holding on to this power struggle, and I was like, oh, oh my god, okay. And I feel like Marlo saying you can't participate if you don't stay here was stupid. I feel like because you said that, Kenya felt like, okay, I'm gonna wait your ass out. If you think I have to stay there to be around to do whatever, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you, okay? And so the following day, we see Kenya come to the house. Kenya came to the house full of energy. Hey, hey, hey. Got there at 9 a.m. because, as we found out later on, Sheree told Kenya, hey, you be here by 9. Because Marlo, if she isn't here for breakfast, she can't. I'm like, I don't want friends who invite me to places and then who wants to control what I'm doing. Like, if we supposed to go somewhere, tell me what time to be there and leave me. Bitch, why I gotta be there for breakfast? I may not be hungry. But again, my thing is, Marlo was attempting to control Kenya, and Kenya was rebelling against everything she could, okay? But not only that, we know that production is the one who paid for this trip mostly. And we know for a fact they're all there so they can be in the episode to get paid, okay? And so I feel like Kenya came on the trip because it was work. If Marlo really wanted people there who support her, she would not have invited Kenya. She would not have invited Candy because all season Marlo has been complaining that Candy ain't a friend. So Marlo invited everyone because she knew she needed everyone because Marlo can't do no scene by herself. If Marlo really wanted someone there to support her, why invite Fatoon who you don't even know? You invite people from the show to support you for the show. Period. And so I was aggravated that other people on the trip made it seem like Kenya was the one who was aggravated. I'm like, why does Marlo care what Kenya at? I gives no fucks about any bitch I don't fuck with. And Marlo and Kenya don't fuck with each other. But Kenya came to work. Period. The crazy thing about it is, again, Kenya came full of energy. Hey, hey, hey. Even spoke to Marlo. Hey. Now it wasn't, it wasn't a, hey girl. But it was a hey. She acknowledged Marlo, and that's what you do when you have to be around and coexist with somebody who you work with. You are there for a check. And the issue I had was Marlo, hey Kenya, come talk to me in my room later. For what? Why? For what? Why do I have to come talk to you? We not cool. You said for me to come to the house. I had to be here by a certain time. I'm here. Anything else it shouldn't matter. But Marlo wanted control. Okay. Now Kenya did hear her say, come talk to me. But Kenya did not say she would, because Kenya don't want to be around Marlo. I can be around everyone while Marlo is also here. I get Marlo was supposed to be the one who sponsored the trip, even though we know production did it, okay? But it was what it was. So Marlo goes to the room and she's like, she's on the phone with maybe her manager, and she said, Mark Kenya's here, when the manager said, well, I'm happy you're taking the high road, and I'm like, how you critique us? You're not even there. Kenya ain't did shit yet. She did nothing yet. And you keep saying how you don't want Kenya to ruin your trip, but you are the one ruining it by focusing on Kenya and what she doing. You are ruining your own time, and you're also out here making the other women feel like they have to pick sides. So for folks who said, on the show, for anyone who said that once Kenya got there, the vibe changed because of Marlo. Marlo wants to have this friendship or friendship or whatever with Kenya, and Kenya at this point in time is not engaging in Marlo's bullshit. She just wasn't. And I know how when you are around people you work with who you don't really like, y'all don't really get along, but y'all have to work together. So I'm here so I don't get fired. Hi, hello, yeah, and then that's it. You keep it moving. So it's like, let it be that. But Marlo wants to make it seem like she's trying to be nice to Kenya. She wants to fix things. I want to talk to Kenya. You can't talk cash shit about me and then want me to be friendly towards you. Because Kenya's point has been consistently that Marlo will say rude shit and fucked up shit and then say sorry, but keep doing it. So you burn me 100 times, I'm done getting burned by you. Yeah, what else could she say to Kenya? There was nothing left to be said. Nothing at all. Kenya wasn't feeling Marlo at all. You hear me? You hear me? She wasn't. And Marlo's very triggered by Kenya. I think sometimes even Marlo was not only triggered by Kenya, Marlo is completely jealous of Kenya. Only because as much as Kenya's went through in life, she still is like that bitch. And as much as Marlo has been through in life, no one looks at Marlo the way they look at Kenya. No one does. And I think Marlo's issue is, why won't anyone accept me for my bullshit? How they accept Kenya for her bullshit? Because Kenya be having bullshit too. Kenya not perfect, not at all. Kenya sometimes be teeing too much. This season, this one season, Kenya is way better than she has been previously. However, it's because she's learned how to calm the fuck down. And it's weird that Marlo in her head really feel like Kenya doesn't have a reason to not want to fuck with her. And so the whole time on your trip that you planned for people to come support you, even though you said how much others don't, you talk cash shit about Kenya and about Candy, who both came on this trip. You don't know Fatoon. You don't really get along with Drew. Truthfully. Sanya's a goddamn gonna pick me as ass kisser. So you invited folk down here as for a pity party who don't know how much shit you talk about them in general. But I'm leave that be. So when talking to Sanya, because Kenya is now sitting down talking to Sanya, and I did not get any of the photos because I felt like everything that happened in this episode was a part of this shit right here. Okay, we ain't need different nothings. But Marlo goes to a room waiting for Kenya to come talk to her. And Kenya like, I am not going to talk to the girl. Leave her alone. And Kenya and Sanya sit down and talk. And Sanya, who I feel like needs to shut these fuck up. Okay? She's trying to convince Kenya to be nice to Marlo. And I was like, what? So Marlo's having a hard time. You see, you should go talk to her. Like she has a gift for you. And Kenya said, I don't want that shit. I don't trust her. I don't trust that lady. And I wouldn't either. And the thing about it is, Sanya, really was talking to Kenya like she should sit around here and just console Marlo. And when Kenya said, because Sanya was making it seem as if, oh, Marlo wants to be your friend. Kenya said she put her own nephews out because she was having a hard time. So she's here because she's having a hard time. If that's what she did to her family, why would I think she don't treat me any better? I said, if that ain't the truth. Because again, y'all, we don't get along. So you're telling me to befriend someone, to be nice to someone who I've never really gotten along with. We've always had issues because she's having a hard time. But during her hard time, she put out her nephews who she loved. So what she gonna do to me when she gets upset? And so because of that, I'm not trying to be around here dealing with her. And I love Kenya because Sanya made it seem like once she went back and talked to Marlo that Kenya was talking about the boys, and she wasn't. Kenya was telling Sanya why she felt how she felt, what she had went through in life. Again, she put her own nephews out because she's having a hard time. That's why we're here. Why would she treat me any better? So why should I go to her room and have any one-on-one conversation with somebody who's never given me any grace? For what? Not only that, when she brought up how you can't get back a child, and Marlo basically gave her nephews away because she could not deal with them, and that creates trauma. When you take in children, it's supposed to be for life. And she brought up how it happened her as a kid, that when she was trying to get to her mom's side of the family, and she was over there for a minute of time, and she was her, I think her grandma came to take her back, and she felt neglected. She felt, discarded. The same way she feel like Marlo nephews feel. Kenya is telling Sanya how she connects to what Marlo nephews are probably going through. She's being honest and sincere and open with punk ass Sanya. And when she said, like, it offends me as a mom, and also as someone who, felt abandoned, that she gave them kids up like that, and she around here wanted us to be nice to her because she's sad. It's on bullshit. So how can she care about me if that's how she treat them? That was Kenya really not. She wasn't even being messy. She was being honest because Sanya kept pressing her to go talk to Marlo, and she gave every reason why she did not want to do it. It wasn't some messy shit. It wasn't nothing besides someone being honest to somebody else who you thought had common sense. But clearly, Sanya don't have a common sense. It must be too expensive for the to buy. I was like, get out my face, okay? And Sanya, again, trying to force Kenya to be nice to Marlo aggravates me because, bitch, you don't even go here, Sanya. You just got here. You don't even go here. How are you trying to fix a situation that you were not present to see be broken? You have no idea all the bullshit and the back and forth between Kenya and Marlo. You should be the last one trying to fix anything because you don't even know them. You don't know them. You do not hire a plumber to fix your roof because the plumber don't know roofs. Sanya around here being a plumber trying to build a roof. It's stupid. And I appreciate Kenya. This like, girl, I'm not doing it. Leave me be. Okay. Again, stop trying to fix shit. You don't even know where the pieces go, Sanya. You creating more bullshit. Sanya then went to get Sheree. Hey, Sheree, we have to go tell Marlo what Kenya. I said, bitch, what? The fact that you really went from the couch in the living room talking to Kenya, who you said who you also like and was friend with, then went to Sheree, the messy bone carrier, to say, hey, let's go tell Marlo, who we already know is having a hard time. Let's go tell her what Kenya said about her. Sheree, you a messy, not Sheree, Sanya, you messy as fuck. I don't know how desperate you are to be on another season. I don't know who convinced you that this thing to do. The fact that she said she's trying to fix it. No, you're not. You're making shit worse because why do it now? Why tell someone something that will make them upset when they're already upset? And then to bring Sheree's messy ass with you means y'all trying to have a little messy ass powwow. Okay? They go to Marlo's room and tell her what King said. Now, this is the issue I have. The fact that Sanya made it seem like Kenya was up there talking cash shit. She called you evil and that you have, you have some kind of demons. I'm like, Marlo does. She does. There is something within Marlo that isn't healed. I won't say it's a demon, but she has a lot of unhealed trauma that creates the bullshit she does to other people. And y'all, I'm so cold. I need my hoodie. Y'all know you sent me my hoodie and my shirt. Okay. But it's the fact that Sanya worded everything in a negative way. And it was a fact that she made it seem like that Kenya was down there talking negatively about her nephews. When she wasn't. Kenya was literally speaking from her own point of view. I was so mad. I was like, Sanya, you old raggedy bitch. I was so upset. Because I'm like, you're creating more drama, and I don't know why. There was even if you wanted to tell her that later on. Okay. She had strong opinions about your nephew. She did not have strong opinions about your nephew. She had opinions about what you did because of what she's been through. But again, Sanya asked, this is a pick-me who wants to be on whatever team she think is the one team. I don't know why she think she should align herself with Marlo. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Sanya, I don't know. Maybe she runs so fast her brain is lost. Her brain can't catch up. It's weird to me. Yeah. And she's not being discreet about the bullshit. That's what made me the most aggravated. And I was like, it's aggravating because we wanted this season to be better than the last. We wanted them all to get along. And I feel like Sanya not fixing shit. You making shit worse. And you're doing it under the guise of, I want them both to get along. I like Kenya. I like Marlo. If you like either of them, you would not cause more havoc. It made me mad. Okay, so now Marlo's pissed. So Sanya had went and pissed off the host before they're all supposed to go on a little excursion. Piss me off, okay? And the weird thing is, Marlo said how Kenya should have had a one-on-one with her. How Kenya should need to leave the kids' name her mom. I'm like, Marlo, you have consistently dogged Kenya, her pregnancy, her husband. You have spoken about how y'all do know when Kenya was pregnant, Marlo was the one co-signing people who were saying that Brooklyn was not biologically her daughter. That came from Marlo. Marlo has spoken about Kenya Mom not love her. Marlo has said some of the worst things to Kenya, which Kenya would absolutely respond to in her own way. So I'm like, for Marlo to feel like Kenya can't comment on her nephews when bitch we here because of your nephews. Stupid. I agree. She's production's pet. Meaning, y'all know on these shows, some of the veteran ladies do not like carrying bones. They won't be the one to spread shit. Because I don't have to. Sanya's so stupid, in my opinion, that production is allowing her, hey, go tell Marlo. Go get Sheree. Tell her what was said. Because she keep doing that. This is not the first time she's done it. And I agree that production is probably encouraging her to have these conversations, and she don't get how dumb she look, how messy she look. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I just can't. It's stupid. It's stew in the pit. And Marlo is the last one to tell someone what not to discuss when she discussed all kind of foul ass shit. Okay. Anyway, we then see in the kitchen Kenya, Sheree, and Candy talking. Okay. Now Kenya then tells Sheree how she set up a meeting for her to talk to some business folks to help Sheree, get her business done. Now, if I was Kenya, once I saw the season and I saw how much Sheree was delightfully engaging with Marlo and talking cash shit about me, whoever I hooked her up with, I would say take it back. Anyone I helped, but while I was helping you, you was dogging me out. Bitch, I'm picking up all my connections. I want them all back. I would fully be like, get out my face. I can't stand it. It's on some bullshit, okay? And the bad thing is, she's trying to help Sheree. And, thank you. And then when Candy said how you can't try to have a brand on a budget that's like bullshit. Like I had my brand before. It was a bullshit. I was putting bullshit money into something that could have made me a lot of money. And it's like, Sheree, you are the only one here who has the biggest brand that isn't even a brand. Because you ain't sold shit. She said there's no reason that you don't have any products for people to buy. Sheree does not have any items to be purchased on her own goddamn website. Nothing. In the 13, 14, 30 years that she's talking about, she has nothing to buy. And Candy's saying there's no reason that should be. Like, you should at least have a couple items, sell that to make money to get a team together. Sheree out here trying to ball on a budget and try to have this big, I think she wants to be bigger than what she is. And I'm like, no, bitch, start from the bottom and work their way up. But Sheree's dumb. Okay? Then Fatoon arrives. Fatoon arrives, and of course, Drew is upset. Drew don't like that lady. I don't like Fatoon. Fatoon irks my damn nerves. And, I was like, whatever. So when Marlo come, they would all leave. Hey, Kenya, can we have a one-on-one? I said, oh, my God. Kenya keeps making it clear, I don't want to have a one-on-one talk with you. But Marlo wants a scene. That's what it is. Marlo don't want to talk to Kenya. She wants a scene with Kenya. Because, truthfully, y'all can talk right here. It does not need to be a one-on-one at the all. Okay? So, Kenya like, let me think about it. Kenya then starts running around the house. I don't know why Kenya started running. I don't know why. It was fucking hilarious, okay? But they catch her eventually. And Marlo was like, why I gotta keep kissing your ass? Why I gotta keep? I'm like, you don't have to do that. When someone makes it clear they do not want to talk to you, stop trying. Kenya is not forcing you to kiss her ass. She's not forcing you to chase her around the house. She's making it clear, I do not want to have any one-on-one conversation or nothing with you. I am here for the group trip. That's it. Is 8 of us here? We don't have to talk. But I'm here. Or we don't have to talk one-on-one. If you want to talk to me in front of everyone. And when Marlo said, but that ain't what I want to do. That's see, Marlo wants control. Because if you really want to talk to her, if you really want to talk to her, you would do it, period. You wouldn't need it to be a one-on-one. You want to control what happens between y'all two. And she refuses to do any of it. She just won't do it. And then Candy pissed me off because Candy felt like, oh, well, you keep, making it a bigger issue. She has not done anything to you right now. And saying you can't. I'm like, Candy, shut up. Candy, be quiet. Candy, hush the fuck up. Okay, because this is the thing. If Phaedra came around there trying to talk to you, would you give Phaedra a one-on-one? You would not. Now, while I know that Marlo has not accused Kenya of trying to take it or whatever, she has not done the things that Phaedra did. My point is, when someone who has said something foul about you or your family or whatever, who you are not cool with anymore, who wants to have a conversation, you would not talk to Phaedra. Marlo is Kenya's Phaedra. The difference is Marlo's on the show. Candy would have a whole different disposition if Bravo would have allowed Phaedra to stay on the show. And it aggravated me that she tried to make it seem as if Kenya was being extra for no reason. Her and Marlo don't get along. And when Kenya said she asked me to talk, I said no. What else do y'all want me to do? I said no. If she wants to talk to me, she can do it right here. Marlo wanted a one-on-one situation to antagonize Kenya or to say sorry to Kenya and then later on talk ass shit. And Kenya knows that. And Kenya won't give her the time of day. I'm not going to help you get no scenes, bitch. Kenya came knowing I'm not going to help Marlo get not nan scene. Not nan. Not none of it. And I don't blame her at all. She's told all of them, everyone's seen the foolishness between them two. It aggravates me when people make it seem as if, well, you should get along with folks who you don't get along with. It's easy to say that when you're not the one being forced to get along with someone. Like Drew don't like Fatoon because Fatoon was the one who spoke about the rumors from Anthony. Now, should Drew have been mad at Fatoon? No, not really, because it came from Anthony. But I get her aggravation and how much Fatoon is trying to get in moments. Because even after that, Fatoon did the whole background check thing. So again, Drew don't like Fatoon, but she's been forced to be around her. That's what it is. But Candy, until you come around here and talk to Phaedra on a cash trip, one-on-one, because she want to talk to you, shut up. Don't do it. Leave it be. Anyway, so at the end of the day, they now trying to leave the house, okay? And so Marlo is like, don't you ever talk about my nephews and saying you can leave because since you ain't staying here and you don't want to talk to me, again, Marlo is trying to control Kenya because I want you to stay here. I want you to come and have a one-on-one conversation with me because this is my trip. Oh, you don't want to do that? We'll leave. That's why Kenya got her own car. That's why Kenya got her own house. Period. Because of what she knew what Marlo would do. Because her point was, I'm not going to come here and be at your whim. Because you can easily say, because it's your trip, I got to go. Bitch, not you. You would not leave me homeless in the desert. No, ma'am. Okay? Now, they walk into the car. Now, on Candy Speak on it, which I did watch, Candy did speak on it with Fatoon. It was over an hour. I was like, bitch, I still don't like Fatoon. Watch the whole thing. I do not like Fatoon. Fatoon was on there talking about how she didn't watch the show. She met Sheree when Sheree wasn't on the show. Folks make it seem as if she wants to be on the show. Anyone who acts like they do not want to be on the show while they're on the show, you're fucking foolish. If you did not want to be on the show, you wouldn't be on the show. The only folks who can say, I don't want to be on that show is ones who ain't on it. So she aggravated me. I didn't want him on the show. I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I don't have TV. I don't have cable. Then how you watching the show? She aggravates me and I don't like it. I don't like it. Leave me alone. Okay? So Fatoon gets my nerves. Anyway, they're going to the car, fussing. Fussing or whatever. And Candy said on speaker, well, Candy and Fatoon both said how Marlo said some foul shit about Brooklyn and how production cut it out. And I said, why didn't they even show any of y'all reacting to it? That was a killer part. And so I'm like, if Kenya spoke on them boys after, Marlo spoke on her daughter, fuck them kids. Fuck Marlo. At that point, all bets is off. If you coming at me, I'm coming at you. And so that's in the part I feel like people try to make it seem as if Kenya was wrong and she was reacting to shit. Period. So I'm like, whatever. I don't really care. I see kind of, I can't even tell the comments right now because I'm like, y'all talk about all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, so they fussing. They was in the driveway for 2 hours. They were in the driveway for 2 hours because Marlo did not want Kenya to go with them. Kenya refused to talk to Marlo in a one-on-one, and everyone else is standing around. I'm like, bitch, not me. I would have left. I would have went to bed, went to sleep. Because they fussing back and forth, it was stupid. Because Marlo just wanted to control the situation and Kenya was not having it. And when we seen Sanya, again, being the meddling pick-me person she is, running for gold, saying to Kenya to go ahead and just talk to Marlo. Just go talk to her. Just go talk to her. And Kenya said, how did you have an issue with Drew in Sheree's situation, but you don't have an issue with how Marlo treats me? How? Bitch, how? I said, please answer that question. And the fact that I feel like Kenya is dismissing Marlo's feelings, and now I feel like she's also dismissing mine. Sanya, don't ever come back. Just don't do it. Just leave it be. Because even her in the after shows is aggravating. Because she be backpedaling and pussy popping and ass kissing. It's aggravating. Because I said before, you had an issue about Drew and Sheree, who aren't friends. Who are not friends. Drew and Sheree were never on the season together. They're not friends. They're co-workers. You had an issue with that, but you've seen consistent situations between Kenya and Marlo, and you have no issue with either of them. And keep begging Kenya to be the one to go talk to Marlo. Why not tell Marlo don't care about Kenya? You don't have to talk to her. Leave it be. Stop. Leave it. Fuck her is what I would have said. That would have been me. Kenya came on the trip because it was work. I think what y'all have to remember that on these shows you only get paid for the episodes you're in. So if there's a cash trip that will probably span 2 or 3 episodes, if you're not there, you lose out on 2 or 3 episodes worth of money. So I think Kenya was smart. I'm gonna go on this trip because it's my money, and I'm gonna be nice. I'm saying hello, but that's it. She did what I would have done too. At work, we at times have to go to events and meetings with folks we don't like. We work with them. They're co-workers. Y'all do this is a job. It's a job. It's a job. That's all it is. I don't blame Kenya for going. I don't. I would not have blamed Marlo had she ignored Kenya the whole goddamn time. I wouldn't have. My issue is Marlo made it her mission to be considerably concerned about whatever it was that Kenya was doing that she could not control. That's what ruined the trip. You don't want to stay here? All right, I don't care. You here? Let's go. Put that bitch in a different car. I'm going to leave. It was that simple to me. To me, it was. I'm like, this show is our entertainment, but that's their job. They work there. They get checks. They get, to their ass. It is what it is. Okay, so Marlo, after a while, okay, well, fine, do whatever y'all want to do. We don't really care. So they was like jumping in the background because it was 2 hours worth of back and forth bullshit. 2 hours, and it wasn't until Candy and Manietta in Kenya went in the backyard to jump on the trampoline. Then Sheree, because Marlo was upstairs in the room, fake crying. I'm just so hurt. I'm just so sad. I don't know what to do. Bitch, why are you crying over Kenya? For what? Bitch. Girl. I said Marlo was up there fake crying for attention. You hear me? And when she realized no one was paying her any attention because everyone else is doing other things, she then came outside, jumped on the goddamn trampoline, and okay, Ken, you can come. You wasted 2 hours of time to allow that bitch to come. Girl. Okay, fine. So when they fussing about that, we see Drew and Fatoon get into it because Drew say, I want to go mining, but I don't want to ride with that bitch. I said, well, at least she told her the truth. The one thing I respect about Drew in this scene was Drew was not trying to make anyone feel like she was cool with him. I don't like her. I don't want to ride with her. Get her out my face. Okay? She is Sheree's lapdog. I said, why are you barking? When Drew started barking, I said, Drew is an actress. People don't like Drew because Drew be extra. Drew had props. She make noises or whatever. I like Drew. She's entertaining. Period. Okay? Because I was like, her barking the same way I feel like Marlo had no fake tears. No tears. It was crazy to me. But I laughed at Drew barking at Fatoon, telling her that she's Sheree's lapdog. I was like, bitch, I cannot. What is it? What is going on? I don't know. Okay. But anyway, they all, agree to go. They go to the little gym thing. I would never go on a trip somewhere where I feel like there are racist people who are waiting to call me NIGGER. I just could not do it. When they got to that little place or whatever, and we seen the Trump 2024 sign, and I said, not a Trump 20. So you want him to win again? You don't like me. You can't like it. I'm not saying all Trump supporters are like this. I'm saying most of them. I would not patron a store with a Trump 2024. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I was like, leave me be. No, ma'am. But they there to go gym mining. I was like, honey, can you say, oh, I knocked your sign over and handed that man the Trump sign? I said, girl, I would have broke it. Oh, it's under the trash. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Okay. So they're mining them rocks. I'm like, y'all looking for gold? And we then see, Drew and Fatoon kind of get heated because Fatoon wants to fuss with Drew. And this is my thing. Drew is a peach holder. It's her second season. We don't know Fatoon at all. And if you try and have a scene with me, I'm going to walk away. So if I see you coming around me to cause some shit, I'm going to walk away. And Fatoon then said, come sit down. I said, who the fuck she talking? Who she talking to? I know, not me. So I was with you. I'm going to get up and walk away. I'm done. Can't do it. Won't do it. I'm good. Like, I don't have to. Bitch, you are a peasant to me. Because I don't know you. And I don't mean that in the way of where I'm better than you, but I don't know you. You are beneath me because you're a stranger. So I will not argue with a stranger. That's why now, in my comment section, when folks say crazy shit, I don't fuss no more. I have a calm conversation with them. I cuss them out of my own way, but I'm like, you can't be around here getting riled up by strangers. So I applaud Drew for getting up and walking away. And it showed Fatoon to be extra, because even at the car, when Drew was barking at her, I was like, she was barking at that lady. But when she was barking, you seen security have to hold Fatoon back. for trying to like go at Drew. And I'm looking like, girl, they feel like Drew was an easy mark because on Candy Speak on it, I did not expect to still talking about it. I thought I'd be done in an hour, y'all. We ain't even on Married to Medicine. But on Candy Speak on it, Fatoon was saying, oh, because of how the past season was, and because Drew has had beef with all of y'all, and no one likes Drew, and I was like, bitch, how do you? If you just said that you don't watch the show, if you also said you don't have cable, how do you know what happened with Drew last season? Because Sheree wasn't on last season, mama. She wasn't. She wasn't there. So soon, you're a liar. Because for you to be someone who say that you had not watched the season since Sheree was on it, and Sheree been gone for years. Years. So you're a newbie coming at Drew, but you're saying stuff that you had to watch to know. Because who told you anything about Drew? Ooh, no one. You looked it up because you knew that you wanted to be on the show and come as someone who you felt would be an easy target because of her first season. You full of shit, Fatoon. And you trying to come for Drew. And look, y'all know Drew ain't perfect. Drew is aggravating too now. You know what I'm saying? But Drew, in my opinion, holds her own. Because she's good for the show. She is. So Fatoon comfort. Drew was giving Fatoon, which I'm not going to engage. And when Sheree was on, she on speaker, she was on something talking. And she was saying how a friend of hers who, from the show, people would not give her, proper time on the show. And I think what she meant was Drew, as a peach holder, wasn't trying to entertain Fatoon, so she wasn't so no one really shot with her. Because Fatoon does too much. She does. So you came out here trying to fuss with someone who is full of props. Because again, Drew was barking at you, bitch. You hear me? Barking. Not calling her a flute. Right. She said she go to her sister's house if she wants to watch television. And how did you know about what happened last season? How? Because you watched last season. How can you say, well, I didn't want to be on the show, but they've asked me to be on the show a couple times, so you know what the show is, you know it. So leave, girl. I don't like the tone. She may be funny here, and I don't like her. I don't. I prefer people who come in and hold their own without having to cause havoc with somebody else for no real reason. The issue between Drew and Fatoon really could have been squashed once Drew realized it wasn't Fatoon who started the rumor. It was Anthony. Leave it be. But I also don't want to be around you because you do too much. Because my thing is this. Let's fast step. I am fully aware that Anthony is the one who mentioned that Ralph was gay. That rumor came from Anthony. I fully get that. However, it was Fatoon who brought it up on TV. Sheree did not even bring it up. Fatoon did it because she wants to be on the show. So in my opinion, Drew can be upset a little bit, for the person who brought it to the show, in my opinion. Because after that, Fatoon then used that as a reason to have beef with her. Also on Speak On It, Fatoon brought up how, because Candy asked her about her background checking Drew or whatever. And when she said, well, I did it for Sheree. I did it so that if Sheree wanted to, have something against Drew, she could bring this up. However, again, she was the one who brought up the background check information on Drew and Ralph. So anyone saying, I don't want to be on the show, I don't watch the show, I don't know this, I don't know that, but everything you've done that you brought to the show you want to be around here and we don't like you. You hear me? And I don't like it. I can do whatever. I don't need the money. No one comes on Housewives of Atlanta for any other reason than they want to be seen on the show. I don't know. What she said was she was approached to do the show years ago, and the person she was with at the time did not want to be on a show. So I don't know. She could be one of, because he has, a few, but I don't know. And I don't feel like Googling it. You hear me? So that was the BS of all of them. Okay. Anyway, at the Rock thing, Fatoon trying to fuss with Drew, and Drew walks away like, bitch, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Not back at the house, because all the fussing, all this shit didn't happen, okay? Now Sheree and Marlo talking, and Marlo in the closet, Sheree, this is the worst decision I've ever could have made. I should have never invited Kenya, I'm saying, Fatoon and Drew were fussing, I'm just so drained. I'm so drained, Sheree. I want to go home. Okay, we'll go home. Go home. Leave. Go home. Get out. Okay, you hear me? So, Marlo, they've only been there one day. She also brings up how, she's sad because it's her nephew's birthday. So, the nephew you put out your house, you plan a girls' trip around his birthday? Who does that? Who does that? Someone who's doing shit for the show, okay? Aggravated me. So Marlo then calls a house meeting, okay? And everyone comes to the living room. Even Kenya's still there. Everyone's okay. I came here to recharge, because I've been having a hard time, and I feel worse than I did before I left. You know what I'm saying? It's just I feel bad. All this shit. Fatoon then says, I'm sorry, I'm sorry about this or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but I was attacked. I'm like, who attacked you? Ain't nobody attack you. Ain't nobody attack you. What are you talking about? Shorty got kicked off this show for taking Drew purse. Tammy never stopped filming. I don't know what that means. Somebody that be. Okay. I don't know what that means. Somebody that be. Anyway, but Fatoon was trying to apologize to Marlo while saying I was attacked, and Drew said, bitch, by who? By me? And then they fussing. Okay? See, this is what I mean. So this should be about me. It should be about me. But as Drew is fussing with Fatoon, Drew threw a doggy bone. I said, Drew pulled out a big ass chew toy doggy bone. I said, here, bitch, chew on that. I was like, no. Now Sheree's messy ass saying she thought that was Ralph's dildo. That's messy. That's messy, okay? But the fact that people were upset that Drew had props, I feel like Drew knew Fatoon would be on this trip. And Drew knew she liked him. And Drew knew she felt like Fatoon was, Sheree lapdog. I applaud someone who was prepared. You hear me? I love someone who was prepared and they know eventually I'm calling that bitch dog. And when I do, I want to have some doggy treats and a doggy bone for her. I was like, I loved it because to me, it's the same thing as review. We have reviewers who have those fans, like Terrence does it, Maddie Rance does it, Chris C.D.1 does it, and it's a prop. It's a prop because you're gonna say something that's gonna warrant this prop. She knew, she felt like Fatoon was a goddamn lapdog. So yes, I brought doggy treats for the person I knew I would eventually call a dog. And when the opportunity rose, she did, and I laughed. I did. Now last season when she did that doggy wig when they had the gift exchange, that was some bullshit. Okay, that was like, no ma'am. At the reunion when she put out, did she put out a no? She also put out a like a tape player. I was like, no. Drew has upped her props, and I like it this season. Okay, I like it. She knows how to entertain. I was like, girl, come on now. Okay, so they fussed back and forth for it calmed down. This should be about me. I came here because I was weak and I want y'all to support me. Marlo still fussing about them not supporting her. I called cars and all of y'all can leave. And I was like, what, bitch? Kenya immediately got up and said, no problem. Because the reason Kenya knew Kenya knew the moment that Marlo had the power, she would try to put somebody out. She thought it would be just her. The fact that Marlo invited them to that trip, it's like 2 hours, 3 hours away, and she's telling them, y'all gotta go because y'all were not supporting me. You know what I'm saying? No one supported me. I didn't get this my support system. No one cared for me, so y'all can leave. Bitch, okay, bye. I am Team Kenya. You will never have me at your whim. You don't have to call me a car. I have my own car. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go stay at my house. I was like, Marlo putting them out because she's a goddamn baby was crazy to me. And anyone feeling like, oh, Kenya didn't mess up nothing. She did not. Kenya did not allow anyone to play her. How Marlo tries to play her. Period. And I applaud Kenya for not playing Marlo's game. Marlo tried to control everyone there, and when she could not control when she could not control Kenya, she put everyone out. Even her lap dog, Sanya. Whew, Jesus. I was like, girl, I don't like Marlo. I do not. Marlo needs to just be a friend of the show. Marlo don't know how to be a peach holder. Marlo does antics that friend of the shows do. Marlo up and act like Fatoon. And that's dumb. If you are a peach holder, you should be effortlessly just calm. And you up here, I'm having a hard time. How? The boys are gone. If the boys were your point of contention and stress, they gone. You sent them away for 30 days. So this is the time you should not be stressed. And my thing about this, Marlo is really trying to push this narrative about how hard her life is with kids. But you're on a show with people who all have children. They all have kids. All of them. Sheree has raised children. Her kids are grown. Candy, has raised Riley, who's in college, and she has 2 small kids. Kenya has Brooklyn. Sanya has, Ducey. Drew has 3 children. I don't know how many kids Drew has, but whatever. You're talking to people who live a life as parents. So you can't expect people who are also having to worry about their kids daily, their nieces and nephews daily. You're not going through anything that other folks aren't. I'm also every day concerned with my nephew when he leaves the house. Everyone. I'm pretty sure that Sheree worried about her grown son, Cairo. When I'm like, to me, I feel like Marlo is milking these boys for a storyline. Period. Because Marlo has had them for 3 years. This is like year one. Like year one is usually like, I don't know how to do this shit because it's new to me. You've been doing it for 3 years. And now it's too hard. Now they're acting out. Miss me with the bullshit. So Marlo tried to make this about her and only her. And you can't, that isn't even the way to want to bond with people. You can't say, it don't matter what you're going through. Y'all should only care about what I'm going through. Sheree out here with a failing ass business. You know what I'm saying? Kenya also is before, what Mark about. Everyone going through shit. Sanya does not want another baby or her husband. You know what I'm saying? It's shit happening around here. But Marlo's only concern was her. After she sent her nephew to live with her sister. So y'all can keep believing Marlo with the great white hope. But she isn't. Like, Marlo needs to get over herself. She does. She needs to grow up. Period. And she has more money than me. She has more fame than me. But I'm happy in life. Are you? Are you? And right, Candy took in her cousin when he was like 11. And he's a grown man now. Well, I think he's like in his 20s now. You know what I'm saying? But again, Marlo was talking as if it's the equivalent of somebody saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm so sad because I lost a person in my life. We've all lost people. We've all had to go through shit. But you can't make it only about you as if nobody else is going through anything right now. And that's that bullshit. You hear me? But let's move on to Married to Medicine, which is some more bullshit. You hear me? But first, I need y'all to like the video, please, and thank you. Because y'all know liking is the thing to do. Y'all know this, okay? Y'all know this. And I hope everybody is having a good night. I hope y'all are enjoying my foolishness around here, okay? And whatnot. Now, we are done with Housewives of Atlanta. But we may come back tomorrow to talk about some things from the after show chit chat thing. Because I don't think there's nothing else to do. So we may, be talking about that tomorrow, okay? Married to Medicine. I also felt like this was a filler episode because I felt myself skipping parts. I'm like, why? I'm like, I don't care about, Quad is no longer late for dinners. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, cool. So I was kind of skipping this and that or whatever. I was like, whatever. Now, Contessa and Toya talk. The fact that Contessa and Toya are like friendly now, I was like, oh, okay. They used to be beefing or whatever. They're in a better place now. And so Toya brings up how she's trying to practice self-care, like she buys herself flowers. She's not trying to wait for Eugene to like make her feel better, whatever. And how she really hopes that Eugene can find like what makes him happy too. But he doesn't have any idea of what makes him happy because he works so much. I said, girl, he works so much to afford your flowers. Okay, he works so much to afford the house y'all keep buying and selling. He works so much because y'all keep spending money. It's weird to me that Toya was saying that he works so much because he's a workaholic. No, he has to pay the bills. And I fully get that Toya's job is a housewife. Toya's job is to take care of the house, help the children. She's also on this show because she gets paid for being on this show. However, their expenses are much more expensive than what she makes on the show. So I don't want anyone to make it seem as if Toya don't do nothing because she works on the show. That's her job. I'm saying, however, the lifestyle they have to live up to is why Eugene has to work so much. I feel like if I know my husband isn't happy and he can't focus on what makes him happy, it's because he's working too much. Okay, baby, we don't need to build us a mansion right now. We don't need to move into another mansion that's going to cost us $10,000 a month. Because it's just me, you, and these two boys. We don't need to do that. Let's downsize so you don't have to work so much and our money won't stop, but our expenses will go down. The fact, in my opinion, that either Eugene or Toya don't understand they're living beyond their means. And I can say that from experience, okay? Because I used to just spend, whatever, okay? Spend, whatever. And I've been saying to myself recently, I am so blessed to be able to never have to check my account to see, do I have enough money? I don't. I'm very much so financially stable. I have been for a while. You hear me? Um, because I make sure to not live beyond my means. I can move to a bigger place, pay double what I'm paying, or buy something or whatever. But I'm like, no, stay in your 1,200 square foot apartment because it's good for you. Pay off the bills you have because you'll be debt free in about a year. And I don't have much debt at all. I do not have much debt. Because I've been able to know how to balance shit. And it's weird that Toya and Eugene have to work to keep up with the lifestyle they have made themselves think they can afford. And that's stupid. And I would never want my husband to feel like he has to work so much because we have bills. And Eugene is just being a grown adult, you know what I'm saying? Paying or whatever. But I was like, yes, I did see Heavy's YouTube thing. We'll talk about that later, okay? But Toya, in my opinion, isn't helping. In my opinion, as a wife, as a girlfriend, as a fiance, as a woman within the man or whatever, we are supposed to make things make sense. Because sometimes men are stupid. So you have to convince them they're not stupid. You have to sometimes remind them how things can be easier. Okay, but you don't want to lose your income. Okay, cool. How about we move to a smaller house? This house is 14,000 square feet. Let's move to somewhere that's 5,000 square feet for 3 years. Let's wait until the boys are like out of grade school. Let's wait until the boys are in middle school. Okay, let's build a nest egg. Let's save up some money so we're not having all these bills. And you make him think it's the best decision. Because then he does not have to work so much. And y'all, it's a cushion. He can breathe. Eugene can't fucking breathe. That's what it is, okay? But she brought up how, oh yeah, it's hurtful that Heavily was on her YouTube talking about how Eugene is like a woman. And I'm like, I don't think Eugene is like a woman. I think Eugene is sensitive, and so he kind of go with the flow. He's not as combative or responsive to bullshit. He kind of be chilling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So, but I get her saying he didn't like what she said. Contessa then brings up how, but Heavy been coming at everybody on the cast. Everybody. Now, if y'all have not seen Heavy's YouTube page, she has the live she did earlier today about this episode was bananas. We'll discuss that a little bit later. Okay? But Contessa then suggests, hey, we should have an intervention. We should have an intervention to where we show her, hey, when you say this, it makes us feel like that. Like, tell her how what she say and what she do, how it makes us feel. I said, okay. Toya then called Simone. Oh, Simone will probably want to do it too. So Simone, Toya, and Contessa decide it's going to be a good idea to have an intervention, surprise intervention with Heavenly. And I was like, ma'am, even though I support the thought of what they were trying to do, I did not support how they did it. Okay, I agree, Kellen. Eugene and Toya have not changed since season 1, and the aspect of how they handle their money. Because if I came on the season kind of in debt and was owed the IRS and this and this, and we then built a house, we did not sell the house or whatever, and my husband is still working his ass off, we need to sit down some damn where. Okay. So it's been the same since then. But again, Simone is gang, and they're like, and if Simone said, but Heavy gonna say sorry, but she's gonna do it again later. I'm like, she probably will. So we see Anila and her husband, Karen, tell them kids, hey, nurse lady going home. Okay, the housekeeper, Nanny Gomez, who's been working there for 5 years. Today is her last day. The funny part was they had the kids get some candy. You want some candy? Sit down and have some candy. Guess what, kids? Mama Gomez is leaving. the last day, okay? Now, for me, the kids were like, okay, but sad. They cried when she left or whatever. I was surprised they told the kids, like, okay, today her last day. I would have assumed they maybe would have told them beforehand, but I guess also you don't want the kids being sad for days. Like, let them be sad one good time when she gone, and we can handle it when she ain't here. And it's like, I'm going back to Houston, to my kids. So what about my pinto beans? Can I get my pinto beans? Will you come back? And she said, no, I'm not coming back. It's over. Okay, I'm done. Leave it be, bitch. Okay. I was like, whatever. Anila was like, you can come back anytime you want to. You're always welcome here. We love you. I'm like, I don't think she's coming back. I think she's done. Okay, I think so. I'm all the way up and all the way done. Okay. I want to get into the conversation between Toya and Eugene. Okay, because Eugene, who was up, getting ready for work, okay, and he and Toya sit down and have a conversation. Eugene looks tired. Eugene looks worn out. Eugene looked like if I could never work again, I would not work, and I'll figure it out. But he also is a person who knows I have to go to work. Like me, I have to get up and go to work in the mornings, one in the afternoons. Okay. However, I'm working towards that not being my reality. You know what I'm saying? You have to focus on you to do what makes you better, and that's what I'm doing. That's what Eugene needs to do, because he brings about he's no longer working as the director at the hospital, but he's doing more clinical work. Why? Because to make him the pay between the old job of him being a director, since COVID hit, he's more in clinic. But to make up the money difference, he had to pick up more shifts. So he's working more because he has to make the money. Okay. And I was like, girl. Now, he says because he does not want to make less. No one wants to make less money, which I fully get. They can't afford to make less money. We know that based on how they live. Because people who are comfortably within their means would not say, I had to pick up more shifts to make the money I want to make. Because if you were comfortable with what you were doing, you would not need extra shifts. Period. And when Toya brought up how what I'm trying to make Toya time, I do things to make me happy. When Eugene said, at times I feel like I'm walking in the mud because how much he worked with him. So he feel like he's sinking. I'm like, the minute look, the man I'm with can't tell me he feel like he's sinking. And I'm like, oh, okay. Toya to me in this scene did not acknowledge how tired it seems he is. And you sitting around here in your pajamas because you my wife, you my stay-at-home wife, okay? And you sitting around here because I'm making the majority of the money. Because we have to be honest, the amount of money she makes on the show doesn't really help afford them to live in the lap of luxury. It doesn't. It costs her more money to keep up her appearance on this show than it costs to pay her on this show. Her having to buy the fancy shit, Gucci, all that stuff, it costs money. Plus they bills, plus the kids, or whatever else. And it's just weird to me that Toya, in my opinion, doesn't seem to understand you could be helping him by just forcing your family to downsize for a couple years. Y'all did not need this big ass mansion. Y'all don't need that big ass table. And we know it's rented. I was raised with my parents. I always seen my parents helping each other. I never felt if there was any strain between what I look to this. I'm like, y'all afford all of us. Like, I didn't go without. We never had lights cut off. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was a power outage. But we didn't struggle. Like, I don't know struggle growing up because my parents, we didn't have that. I can't imagine my mom, have my dad is working. That ain't gonna happen. And I feel like it is from the outside looking in, because I don't know them people. I don't know them people, but I feel like from watching the show, Eugene looks tired as hell. Like, but he has to work. And Toya, in my opinion, has not created any other source of income to help the household. And the fact that Heavenly has a whole YouTubers get paid. Like, we get paid. We do. So Heavenly has a whole other stream of income. And if you take the time and focus and build your channel, you can make a good living off YouTube. And if you are on a TV show with fans, it's an instant boom. When I started YouTube, I didn't know anyone. So I literally built my shit from the ground up. No one made me. Heavenly started her YouTube, for her herself, but she got popular once she was on the show. And she then started reviewing the show. The fact that Toya has not thought to do a podcast, to just go on her YouTube and talk about the show is beyond me. When y'all can use the extra money. And doing YouTube is the easiest shit. Not easy, it's not easy. But it's easy in the aspect of you can sit at home and just talk. Anila, who doing blogging, I don't know what that is or whatever, but she's smart because she's making money by not doing much. Posting herself because she's a person on a team. Anila's blogging picked up because she got on a nationally syndicated TV show. Please believe if I was to ever be on a TV show, my YouTube will pop because she got it. Yes. So you have a instant free marketing to the world, Craig. So for Toya to be on and she's from Detroit like I am. So for Toya to not even think about how she can have passive income to bring extra money to the house, to help her husband maybe not have to work one extra shift. You can make thousands a month on YouTube if you really put in the work. You really can. And I mean as a regular YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Because I am a small fucking YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I do good, but I can do better. And that's why I'm trying to focus on my brand now. Because I have to build me up. Toya has free promotion. Free promotion on a nationally syndicated TV show. And all she do, as far as we know, is nothing. You hear me? Thank you, Ebony. The best, what Heavenly doing, we'll get to in a second. Oh, thank you, only one choice. Her lack of response to his feelings is a total disregard or lack of emotional support. Yes. You hear me? Because she did not even respond to it in the right way. That's what was crazy. Yes, she could be a whole influencer. And I don't follow her, I don't know. She could be getting paid to post this or that, which is fine. But she can also be doing more. Just because she can also be doing more, that's not doing much. She hasn't opened a store. She hasn't done anything. And it's like I'm doing things to make me happy. But that stuff costs money. You buying yourself flowers costs money. You buying yourself a new purse, it costs money. When Eugene said, because he feels like he's shrinking or whatever, he said, you know what? I love, the ER medicine or whatever, but I need some kind of outlet. So I want to do something that still work, but it'll be fun. And it will not be so stressful. You can do stuff that makes you happy, that also makes you money, that isn't stressful. I.e. YouTube. And I'm not saying everyone should use. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for me, YouTube is fun. And when I stop reviewing shit because it's not fun no more. When shit gets to be like I gotta stop. Because you're supposed to want to enjoy doing this. And Toya don't see that. And I'm like, Eugene had a better response than saying that I want to do something that is still work, meaning I still make money, but I want it to be fun and it will not cause me stress because my job is stressing me out. And I don't want to quit my job, but I can cut down my hours and then do whatever else I want to do. And I'm like, see, that was what she could have suggested to him, in my opinion. And I don't see that from her. And I don't know them for sure in life. I don't know what she suggests to her husband that ain't on camera. But I do know is Eugene out here working like a slave. YouTube is a lot of work. It is. Some folks can do it easier because they get on camera and just talk shit and no editing and it's whatever. But once you want to make it look a certain, like for me, I have to have graphics. I have my intro stuff. I want my camera. I want anything it's a lot of work. Especially like I have a full-time job too. So when I get off work, I'm here with y'all. Hey, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of work. But when you like it and you're doing it in a realm of something that you like, I watch these shows. I have opinions, so it's fun to come talk to y'all. So it's fun, but it's also a lot of work. So when I be looking like, look, I need y'all to come watch me. let the ad play because I get paid by the ad. Let the ad play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it is work, but it's fun too. I have a great time talking to y'all. Great time every day. Toy could easily do that and make some money, and it's residual. When I'm sleep, people are watching my videos. I'm making money in my sleep. Videos I made 4 years ago, if I make 5 cents every day for 365 days for a video I made 4 years ago, it's still money. It's residual. Toya is okay, just chilling. And I think it's more she can do, and not just YouTube. She's other things she can do to help her husband. She don't want to, and that's on her. You know what I mean? And for Toya to be the teacher things she know about, because he's burned out. And because not only is he having to work because he has to pay the bills, but the type of work he had to do during the pandemic burned him out even more. And I think that's his point. Like, I love my job, but based on the 2 years I've been in this industry and what went on, I'm now sinking in it because I'm sad and shit, and I'm just working, and I have no happiness in my life when it comes to my work, and I need something. You know what I mean? I also have a pretty face and throwing it back. I have yet to see what she does for him. That is funny. He just likes Chris, but not Bennett. What? Oh, he's just like Chris, Bennett over backwards because they feel lucky to have a pretty woman. I just okay. We're gonna leave it there. Really, this channel has been a game changer. I love the community you have built. Look, not to toot my own horn. I made a conscious decision to be as positive as I could be, and to make sure that my channel and my JayBirds and my corner was a place people could come to when they were tired. Because we all get tired. And sometimes we want to forget about bills and issues and the world's bullshit and want to come and laugh about whatever. And so I made a conscious decision to make sure that when I do stuff, I do it from a genuine place of love. You know what I'm saying? I may ragtag some folk or whatever I'm saying, but I make sure that no one feels like I'm out here trying to be, you know what I'm saying? I try my best to do that. And so I feel like, the folks who like my true blue watchers know, you know what I'm saying? The comment section is fun. Even when y'all fussing with each other, it's still an open and welcoming place. And I want to keep building on that. And so that's why I'm like, I gotta focus on that. That's what I have to do, because otherwise, I'm like Eugene. out, out here stressed, okay? But I love y'all too. Let's get into some bullshit of Simone and Cecil out here with Omarosa. I said, who the fuck come out of Omarosa? Who said she can come over? I don't want her here. I don't like Omarosa. She gets to my damn nerves, okay? I was like, why is she in my face? Get her out my face now, okay? I was confused. Okay, I was confused. And I was like, what is going on? Get her out of here. Get her out of my face. Okay, so because Eugene, because Cecil and Simone are writing a book about love, marriage, or whatever, they're friends with Omarosa. I said, I didn't know anyone was her friend. I really didn't. I was like, Simone, Cecil, what is y'all doing? But Simone said she met her, they had been friends before she worked at the White House. And Cecil said how they do not stop being friends with folk who have a different, political opinion. I said, but Omarosa was on some bullshit. Completely. And I was like, why is she here? I don't get it. Of all the folks, and Eugene, why can't I say Eugene? Lord, is Eugene okay? Sorry, what's on Eugene? I keep saying that man's name, okay? But I felt like Simone and Cecil said how because they're writing this book and how Omarosa had a New York bestseller, she got like a million little book deal. I'm like, Omarosa got a book deal because she's the villain. She got a book deal because she's the villain who was also in the White House and we can't stand her. I do not feel like Omarosa in real life could be a great person. Because as we've seen recently, we know how these people be on shows playing the villain for camera. So in real life, she could be a whole great person. However, I don't know that person. And that's why I make sure y'all see me for who I am. I don't want anyone thinking, oh, no, this is me all day. You hear me? All day. All motherfucking day. This is me. Okay? So that's going to be her cross to bear for life because I don't like Omarosa because I don't know her. But Simone says she know her. Simone says she a great person. That's Simone, whatever. I'm like, Simone, you ain't know nobody else who wrote books? No one? Okay. I don't even be, but they talk to her because she's a family friend. The fact that she know the kids. I'm like, oh, they're like friends. Oh God, crazy. Anyway, I didn't care. Cecil and Simone are a couple. They've been married for 25, 26 years. They brought up how both their parents are divorced. They almost got divorced. They want to do an honest book, about what they went through. Fine. I do not want to see them have conversations with everybody about the damn book. Write the book. You sat down with your son, talked about it. Now, I don't want to see none of the scene of these two sitting with anyone just telling them what they want to do. I don't care. Write the book. We now know that y'all are writing a book. Your storyline cannot be having conversation with people telling them that's what you want to do. I don't care. I do not care. I don't. I really don't. And I also don't want Omarosa to become a friend of the show. No, ma'am. Why her? Get out now. Okay? But let's get to the agent of chaos of this whole episode, which was basically, the whole heavenly debacle. Now, the women gather at Contessa's house. And they're sitting in Contessa's movie room. So, this is the intervention of chaos, is what I call it, okay? And it's to tell Heavenly again, you say this, it makes me feel this other way. So Contessa, Simone, and Toya are the only ones who know what's happening, okay? So Contessa texted the ladies and said, hey, come to my house, we're going to watch a movie. So she said, I wasn't lying technically because we're going to watch a movie. It's just going to be a movie of of Heavenly's highlights from her show. So what is wrong? What is girl? I was like, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. So she also forces Anila, Jackie, and Quad to put their phones in a bucket because she doesn't want anyone calling Heavenly to warn her about what's happening. They all go downstairs for Heavenly to get there, and Contessa tells them, "Hey, we're going to have an intervention." Okay, because well, first of all, I want to say this: Jackie and Quad not wanting to put their phones in the bucket. I'm like, why? Stupid, but whatever. Anyway, downstairs, Contessa explains, like, look, you know what I'm saying? In friendship, there should not be, this toxicness. You know what I'm saying? That you should not be mistreated or whatever. Your friend should not treat you badly, and that is what Heavenly does. So this is an intervention for Heavenly because of the mistreatment that she's giving us as her friends, okay? And you can't fix it if you don't confront the situation. I was like, oh. Now, Qua and Anila was like, oh, no, is this wrong? No, is no. And Qua said she gonna feel ambushed. She gonna feel ambushed. And I was like, the reason I feel like she gonna feel ambushed is because Contessa hasn't even told her issue. All we know is they haven't spoken in months. That's all we know. So when Heavenly get there, and it's awkward because they all know why they're there. They all know, but no one can say nothing because it's an ambush. And they sit down and they start playing the clips from Heavenly's YouTube channel, and Heavenly is cracking up laughing. No one else is laughing. No one. Not Jackie, not Quad, not Anila. Now, even though Quad and Anila was the one saying how, oh, this is wrong, as they're watching, Anila said, oh, I didn't see all this. There are things that she said that no one else had saw. Because in hindsight, none of them probably really watches Heavenly channel. They don't have to. I think Jackie's been on there. I think Contessa's been on there, and so has Anila. But again, for the most part, I don't think any of them like watch her in a way where they'll know what she said about all of them. Okay. Dr. Jackie had Pace as a husband. but the thing about that though, Simone and Contessa are doctors too. But they had their phones. Anyway, I'm gonna be. It's clear to me, okay? Let's see, Jaylee, you're reporting on gossip when people and babies are being by these demons and murders. Yeah, I try to keep y'all focused. That's my job. Even if I'm having a fucked up day, y'all wouldn't know because I'm running smiling and get off camera and I go to sleep. You know what I mean? Anyway, but ain't no mind thing. What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, Angie is in here. Angie was in here, but I don't see too much going on. But if something going on, let me know. But it just may not be no mind because it's it's a Monday night. I don't know. Anyway, I can never tell you have because I make sure Ebony. I'll make a mod. I'll make Ebony a mod. Wait, how can I do it? Ebony, you're now a mod. Boom. Because I see you. I add mods as I see folk who consistently comment, and I add here and there. Okay, so Ebony is now a mod. Yeah, but I just I'm like I just have to be like people on IG more would know when I'm having a bad day because I'll usually post something a little bit on there. Okay, but I don't know where my mind's at tonight. They they may be elsewhere. I would say they may be watching other people, but that's fine. Okay, because we here and we have a good time. I don't see any trolls yet, so we're gonna leave that be and hope we're gonna be good. Okay, but I did just make Ebony a mind, so what I'm saying, that's one thing right there. But anyway, back to this. What was I saying? Oh, they don't really watch heavily. So watching them watch the footage and all of them like, oh shit, she said that. Oh. Can't believe that. Okay. And I was like, honey, that thing to do. Wanda, I got you too. Okay. Anila and Quad see Heavily say one that Quad was probably potentially out here fucking married men. How Anila is stupid and don't have no degree. And I'm like, see, she been saying bullshit. She's been saying bullshit around here. And, they didn't know that. And they didn't like it, okay? So they see her talking cash shit about every single one of them on her channel. Everyone. Every single one. And this is what I'll say about Heavenly on her channel. I will say that Miss Black Girl next door, I got you too. I will say, I just added y'all as mods. Heavenly has every right to talk cash shit on her channel if she wants to. Because on my channel, I talk cash shit too about the episodes. The difference I see, or that I saw, and what Heavenly did was, I felt like Heavenly know these people. And she know these people, and when she discussed the episodes, she go a little bit deep than I think someone who's friends with somebody should go. Y'all know, for me, I don't be on here, and y'all don't know shit about my friends. I don't discuss my friends because that's off limits. You have to keep a part of your life sacred, in my opinion. And I get that was the initial issue that Contessa had. That I felt like we friends, and she's taking stuff we've talked about, and she's made that a part of her channel for clicks and views. But again, Heavenly was up here watching the videos, and she was cracking up. I'm like, she was deep. I'm like, girl, stop laughing. Read the room. No one's laughing but you. And it was bad. You know what I mean? And so we play out or whatever. And then Heavenly says to Contessa, oh, is this what we doing now? We ain't talking sick in like 5 months or whatever. And you bring me here to show everyone this. This what you do. And I was like, And I agree with Contessa when Contessa said, but you was public on YouTube. You put this out there. Who were you talking to? You want me to come talk to you, but you talking to strangers on the internet about us, okay? And Heavenly, like, I didn't do nothing wrong. Heavenly does not feel like she did it wrong. Toya fussing, you trifling, Heavenly. You come from people in the mirror, and I'm like, Toya, calm down. And when Heavenly responded and said, you the one trifling, your husband said that you were the worst decision. I said, he said, what? Did he say that? Oh my God, I don't think he said that. Oh my God. Okay. It was really just like, oh my God. It's like, what is happening? I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should say that. It's just like, leave it be. Because their issue is, wait, hold on. What happened? So don't put people in timeout, y'all. The only for new minds, only black folk who be cussing and fussing at people. We want to allow everybody to have their opinion now. But if they doing too much now, if they be on some bullshit, that's when we can, stop that. We want to allow folk to have their opinion. We don't want to block nobody. Now, the cussing fussing at me, block their ass. You hear me? If they call people out their name, block their ass. You hear me? I want everybody to feel free. That's the only rule. We can be free around here. Don't be cussing, fussing at me. Like, cuss your ass out. But anyway, that's that. Welcome to minds. Okay. So, Heavenly's pissed. Heavenly's pissed. Everyone talk about it. Heavenly point, like, everyone say shit, but I do mine on my platform, and yet they do theirs, behind closed doors or whatever. And I think Contessa, like, it's not funny. My marriage isn't funny. These couples up here fussing. I mean, yelling and what is y'all doing? Why are y'all fussing in the hallway? What is going on? Why? Because I don't know why she on that wig. Okay, it's weird. It's weird to me, and in my opinion, Heavenly had a right to be upset about being ambushed. However, the reason they did it made sense to me. The reason they did it was like, hey, you're hurting our feelings when you do this, that, and the other. But she can get that because of how she felt ambushed. Okay. And it's weird that no one felt anyone else's point when the point of this was to feel how other people felt. I was like, it's just crazy. It's foolish. I don't understand. Because Heavenly was more upset that, you waited to talk to me and brought it to TV. Why do that in TV? And I was like, I mean, because sometimes you have to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. But Heavenly's pissed, Contessa's pissed, they're fussing back and forth, and Jackie said, let her fuss it out. Simone wanted to go like break it up, and Jackie said, no, like let them handle that themselves. Let it go or whatever. I agree. Let it happen, okay? Right, where's intervention for Toya and Quad? On Heavenly's, they fuss back and forth at the end of the day. Heavenly feel like you brought your issues with your husband to TV, not me. You did that. Because just feel like, well, no, you took what I told you about my marriage and you used that for some views or whatever. Use your own marriage and your own shit and not mine. The gotcha is Heavenly we don't know nothing about Heavenly and Damon. Nothing. And she said, Heavenly said, if you do not want anyone speaking on your marriage, don't talk about it. You mad at me, but you really mad at your husband. It's not really me. I'm like, oh. And it's fussing back and forth. And we have Simone at one point trying to calm Contessa down. We have Jackie and Lady trying to calm down Heavenly. And Anila and Quad still feel like what ambushing her was wrong. Jack's like, well, look, at the end of the day, Heavenly stops thinking negativity. That's the point of this. But again, how they handled it was wrong. And in my opinion, Heavenly went on her YouTube today, like a 40-minute live. And in Heavenly's YouTube, Heavenly said, okay, they're upset and they do not want me to talk about my friends. Okay, fine. I won't discuss my friends. And she then went on to ragtag shit about Contessa and Toya. Because in her opinion, those are not her friends. I was like, Heavenly said that Toya said, I don't care about your mama dying. She said, what? What? She said, but the show would not air that because it was so mean. So for her, she like, fuck Toya. Toya ain't shit. She dogged Toya. Because she don't like Toya. She said, Toya let her. She dogged her. I said, okay. Yeah, I don't think anyone paid attention. We don't know nothing about Damon and Heavenly. She never, the most she say is, we had a great marriage. It ain't perfect, but she don't say anything. Damon could really be a bad husband. We would not know because she don't talk about it. We know more about everyone else except her and Damon. And Contessa's point in saying, use your own marriage to be clicked and used for your YouTube. Don't use mine. And I agree with Contessa. Even if we're on the show and now I'm discussing my marriage, don't you do that. Because we can't discuss your marriage because she don't say shit. Okay, so I felt that. But yeah, Heavenly don't discuss her and Damon at all. At all. And her saying the reason is why her issue with Toya because Toya at one point, now she didn't say when, I don't know when her mama passed away, but she said, Heavenly said on her own YouTube today that she don't like Toya and Toya ain't shit because Toya said, I don't care about your mama dying. And I was like, well, goddamn, Toya. That is crazy. That's insane. And she also complained about Contessa, who is on the show, and had for a couple seasons discussed the bullshit in her marriage, but got mad about what she said on her YouTube. And I said again, I can get someone saying heavily, and we are friends, do not deep dive into what the fuck is going on in my marriage. Give me some grace. And I agree with that. I fully agree. Heavenly also said they talk shit on Twitter. They talk shit here and there. They also talk shit too. So why can't I talk my shit on my channel? And I said she can. But when you are a YouTuber, it's a fine line. We've heard Wendy Williams say it. We've heard fucking Anila say it. When you are a person who reports on shit or whatever, you have to know it's gonna come a time when if you speak on friends, they're gonna be pissed. Heavenly chose to say fuck them coworkers at Bravo. I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I'm gonna keep saying it. And I said, okay, because it's another stream of income. It's smart, technically. And while yeah, I agree, I don't think Heavenly lied on her marriage on Contestant. I don't think she lied. I feel like the issue was we're friends. We're friends, and I assumed you would not emphasize or agree with or make rational conversation around me and my husband and him abusing me or whatever like that. Now, within Heavenly's complete foolishness, she did say some nice things about Contessa. She did. But most folks don't hear the nice shit because they are too concerned with the fucked up shit. And Heavenly also brought up how she had a YouTube before she got on the show. She used to put her dentistry stuff up on there. And then Cecil, when her and Cecil was beefing on Twitter, and they said get off Twitter, she went and got on YouTube and she started reviewing the show. It's smart. It's completely smart. It's the same way we review shows that y'all watch. You make a channel to talk about stuff that people watch, and you have a conversation. The difference with me is y'all will never ever catch me having a conversation about anybody I know in real life. Ever. You won't. No. You won't do it. Won't happen. Because I cherish my friendships, but I feel like Heavenly may not care as much about those friendships just because of how she is. And that's how right. Contessa has made a clear point in what made her mad. Truthfully, it wasn't even the full conversation about her and what's the husband? Scott. Her issue was mainly because she spoke of a place like Contessa was abused. Even though she said it was probably emotional or physical, it was either emotional or mental, not physical. Her point was why even try to join that narrative? That was her main issue. Contessa then just brought all the other shit that she said about people to make her point more valid. That's the crazy part. That she was upset about that one little thing that she around here giving light to in the abusive relationship. And then I think her other thing was when Heavenly kept on saying it was funny that then offended her. I'm like, girl, but this one it was team too much. You hear me? Team too much. Heavenly's someone's friend on the show. I don't think. I mean, I think Heavenly and Contessa were friends. I think they were friends, and Heavenly can't see past. Well, bitch, your marriage is fucked up. She can't see past that. Okay, Heavenly did not let Martell get away with anything when he was on her show. She did not at all. But Jaylee, last year, Contessa wanted the women to talk for her. She opened the door, and you have to be careful. I fully agree. I fully agree. But again, I'm not saying I don't think that her issue that she spoke on. I think her issue is about the one point of speaking on me being abused. I think that's her main issue of it. Because I do think she has to be aware you put your marriage and the issues on Front Street. once you came on the show. So you can't make it seem as if like you upset because I spoke in general, but I can get her being upset if I was speaking on her being abused. Because we don't know what Contessa could have told Heavenly in private that she felt like Heavenly was putting legs on it to run with it. You know what I'm saying? Because of stuff she knew. Because all it takes is one person who know one person to say, oh yeah, I heard Contessa said she was getting abused, honey. And then the streets are on fire. Well, Contessa's being abused by Scott. Because her friend said she said this and she said that. And so I feel like there's truth in what Heavenly said, and you're not being mad at me, you ain't mad at Scott. Because that's who you have issues with. But you're just fussing with me. But again, at the same time, it's all a storyline. It's all a storyline. And neither one of them will see each other's point in this moment of arguing. Heavenly has the right to do a show. She does. She when Heavenly said, Candy do it? I said, yeah, but Candy does it in a way that it doesn't seem like she being, how can I word this? Heavenly talks about the people on the show with no tact. Heavenly talks about the people on the show like she don't. Heavenly talks about them like we do. Like a fan who's watching the show. And she goes in. I feel like when Candy does it, she holds back what she wants to say. Now, she will also have other folks on to speak their piece. But Candy toes a fine line between reading, because she still really hasn't read Marlo as hard as she could have. So Heavenly just has a different tact in how she does it. And some folk love it and some don't. But at the end of the day, people watch her. So, I mean, that's how all YouTubers are. Everyone on YouTube does and reviews stuff in their own way. Some folk don't like other people on YouTube. Some folks say, well, I prefer so-and-so to so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. You find who you like and how they review shit, and that's who you watch. So folks like her. But I do feel like she do talk, and she heavily reviews like a fan of the show who has the inside track. And I mean, that's what she do. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But she just has to make the decision on if that's okay with her to possibly lose friendships if she can't toe that line a little bit, you know what I'm saying, better. Because even her and Quad cool. When she read, said Quad was fucking husbands. Which Quad didn't like. And so it really just depends. Like, it can go either way. It can go either way. And that's her cross to bear. Basically. Like, for me, I no longer review shows that drain my energy. Because it ain't worth it. I'm going to read them for filth for an hour and be tired. So I make sure when I'm reviewing these shows, even when I'm going in, I'm still trying to have a bit of grace and not come from a mean place. It's only about what happened on the show. That's it. If I see somebody in the comment section who wants some bullshit, I try my best to read their ass with love. Because I've learned you can't be out here just being reckless with how you talk about people, because it's going to make people feel some kind of way. So I try my best to move in grace. But I'm getting old. A bitch turned 40, caught COVID, down and died, and I just like, I got to chill out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, what it is. And Heavenly just hasn't gotten there yet. But Heavenly's also rich. She's not doing it for a check, really. You know what I'm saying? She don't have to be careful like we do. It's different. So Contessa has to also get, that's how Heavenly is. She's always been that way. She's always been that way. But you were okay with her being that way when it was about Toya or whoever else who you ain't like, you know what I'm saying? And now you're getting some of her, you know what I'm saying, unfriendly advice about your marriage, and now you pissed. Well, that's heavenly. It is. And even heavenly bringing up how you ain't talked to me in 5 months and then did this. That's some bullshit. It's true. Because had you told me you had an issue, I at least would not have been so, I may not have felt so ambushed today. So, I mean, it is what it is. But y'all, down the episode, did y'all like it? Did y'all like it? Okay, I still feel like it was a bit of a um filler episode. I still felt like, not much happened, and we just waited for the instant of them at the talk about it or whatever. So both Murder Medicine and Housewives to me was a bit of a filler. I still was able to make it 2 hours because I talked too damn much. Okay, I thought I be on in and out of here in an hour. I don't know how I'm at an hour and 50. I don't know how it happened. Okay, but I hope y'all had a good time tonight. Okay, I do not know what I'll be live for tomorrow. Y'all know to follow the channel. Follow me on IG and Twitter at JayLeesCorner. Y'all know to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Like the video. Thank y'all for coming around here with me. Having a good time with me. I'm saying it's always appreciated. Y'all know I'm out here building my shit. You know what I'm saying? Building my shit and whatnot. And so I always love y'all around here. Okay. Do not forget to share the video on your social media. What should I be live for tomorrow, y'all? I really don't know. I gotta figure it out. I could watch Married at First Sight tomorrow, but that's 4 hours. It's like, no, it's like 8 hours. I don't have time to do this tomorrow at work. I can't. So tomorrow at around 9, it's gonna be for something. I don't know what yet. It may be, just some food. I don't know. But again, thank y'all for being here. I will see y'all next time. Can we do a Married for Kill, the husband of the show? I'll do a game night of Married for Kill. I don't know when though. I'll do another game night. Not this week. Game nights will probably start. You know what? Game nights will probably start being on Tuesday nights because of all the stuff I'll have to do on the weekends and Mondays. So I'm probably going to change game nights into either Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights. And only for an hour. Only for an hour, okay? But make sure to do the thing that I told her to do, which is be good, be blessed, be loved, be positive, okay? And also be fucking amazing, okay? Gotta go. Love y'all. Peace.